If you have dark wood floors in your home, then you probably already know this. Finding the right wall color is surprisingly tricky. Some shades can make your space feel rich, cozy, and grounded, while others make everything feel a little too heavy, a little too dated, or even downright mismatched. And it's not always about picking a pretty color. It's about choosing one that works with what's already on your floors. In this video, I'm walking you through the wall colors that consistently look beautiful with dark flooring. Whether your floors lean reddish, espresso, or more of a cool walnut tone, these paint colors have the power to pull everything together and actually elevate the whole room. And stay with me until the end, because I'll also share a 3-color palette you can use right away, designed specifically for dark floors and for your home. First color, White Dove. Let's begin with one of the most popular and misunderstood choices, off-white. Now there's a reason people reach for white or cream. It gives contrast, it lifts the space. But here's where things go wrong. Stark whites, especially those with cool blue undertones, can actually clash with dark wood. They exaggerate red or orange tones in the floorboards and can make everything feel colder than it is. That's why I always recommend a creamy off-white instead. Something like Benjamin Moore's White Dove or Bear's Swiss Coffee. These aren't just safe, they're soothing. When you pair White Dove with dark wood flooring, you create this soft backdrop that feels intentional. It's not too sharp, and it doesn't steal the spotlight. Add in brass fixtures or soft gold accents, and the warmth of the wood is enhanced rather than fought against. I've seen this pairing look stunning with linen drapes, natural woven rugs, even simple black hardware. It gives you so much flexibility without ever looking plain. Second color, Agecomb Gray. Now if you're craving a bit more depth, but still want to stay neutral, you might consider a Grayge. And not just any Grayge. Look for one with balanced undertones that lean warm without going muddy. Sherwin-Williams Agreeable Gray is a great example, and so is Edgecomb Gray from Benjamin Moore. These shades bridge the gap between beige and gray beautifully, and more importantly, they work with the richness of dark floors instead of competing with them. Let's say your floors are a deep walnut. Edgecomb Gray on the walls offers a warm contrast that feels modern but still cozy. You can layer in soft ivory upholstery, maybe a textured throw in olive or sage, and accent with wood-framed artwork or matte black picture frames. The overall effect is timeless, but it doesn't feel old-fashioned. Now, for those who want a bit more color, but still want the room to feel calm, green is your best friend. Not just any green, though. I'm talking about dusty, muted greens that carry a hint of gray. Coming up on number 3, Sherwin-Williams Evergreen Fog or Benjamin Moore's October Mist. These tones feel organic. When paired with dark flooring, they bring out the natural warmth in the wood while creating this grounded, peaceful atmosphere. Evergreen Fog, for example, looks beautiful in bedrooms or reading nooks. It makes dark flooring feel cozy rather than overpowering. Picture it with creamy white bedding, woven baskets, and brushed bronze lighting. It's one of those combinations that feels like a deep breath, a quiet luxury. Now, here's the thing about greens. They can shift dramatically depending on your lighting. In some spaces, they feel fresh and calming, but in others, they can suddenly lean gray or even slightly yellow or minty, which might not be the vibe you're going for. That's why it's really important to test greens in multiple spots and at different times of day. Before committing, if green isn't your thing, you might lean toward an earthy neutral. Think mushroom tones, taupes, or light beiges with a hint of gray. Number 4, we have Pulse Sherwin-Williams Accessible Beige or Revere Pewter by Benjamin Moore. These colors pair incredibly well with wood because they echo the natural tones already in the floor, just in a softer, more modern way. Accessible Beige, in particular, has this unique ability to tone down red tones in cherry or mahogany floors. And when styled with tan linen furniture, olive green pillows, and maybe some vintage wood accents, the whole room feels like a modern farmhouse, but elevated. It's not trendy, it's timeless. Now let's talk about paint finishes, because even the perfect color won't look right if the finish is off. With dark wood floors, I always recommend sticking with eggshell or matte on your walls. These finishes soften the contrast between the walls and the floor and help the light bounce around gently. So now you've seen several color directions you can go. Creamy off-whites, warm graiges, dusty greens, and earthy neutrals. But if you're still unsure which to try, let me make it even easier. Here's a curated color palette that works beautifully in almost any home with dark wood floors. Start with Edgecomb Gray as your main wall color. It's neutral, warm, and plays nicely with different wood tones. For your trim and ceiling, go with White Dove. It's clean without being stark, and it softens everything. And if you want a little contrast for an accent wall or built-ins, try Evergreen Fog. The trio together feels elegant, calm, and easy to decorate around. You can build entire rooms around that palette. Soft textures, natural wood, touches of greenery, maybe a little brass or matte black. It feels like a designer made the choices for you, but in reality, you just chose colors that work together and support what's already in your space. And if you've made it this far, I just want to say, you're doing great. Choosing color isn't about being perfect. It's about creating a space that feels like home. Not sure which colors will actually work in your home this year? Check out my video on the best paint colors for 2025. Let's make your home feel pulled together. I'll see you in the next one.